Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm Abby Peel, and we're coming to you from Mascoma Bank here on Broad Street in Claremont. And I'm now joined by Kerry Rochford Hague, who is from Turning Points Network, and they have a fun event coming up, and we're excited to hear all about it. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So a lot of people are well aware of what Turning Points Network is, but for those that are brand new, what is Turning Points?
Sure. So we are a domestic and sexual violence crisis and support center.
Okay.
We work with folks who have experienced physical, emotional, sexual abuse, folks who have experienced sexual harassment and stalking. We're one of 13 programs in the state of New Hampshire that provides those services to folks.
And do you do it in New Hampshire and Vermont, or just specifically New Hampshire?
We are divided pretty much by county, so we cover Sullivan County.
Oh, interesting. Great. And so you have this wonderful event coming up called Steppin' Up. I like it. No G. We covered that earlier. And it's happening on May 4th. Tell me a little bit about it.
Sure. So Steppin' Up to End Violence is the agency's signature fundraiser.
Okay.
This is the 13th year.
Oh, great.
And it's a wonderful community event where people come out to show support for people who've been affected by abuse, and also to come together as a community to do something where, you know, we can really show that what we're doing makes a difference for people in our own community.
And it's a fundraiser, so it's going towards back to Turning Point. And what does that cover? What do the funds cover?
So Turning Points this fundraiser actually is needed because 25% of our budget has to be raised through fundraising.
Oh, interesting.
And so this is significant for us. And it funds not only our shelter and our support services, crisis and support services, that might be meeting someone at the court or the hospital or the police station, the support groups that happen in our offices. We have an office in Newport and an office in Claremont.
Okay.
We also have a separate shelter facility that we run, a 16-bed shelter.
Wow.
And so the funds that are raised at Steppin' Up go directly into those support services for folks.
So just the overall operation.
Absolutely. And sometimes people are not aware that we also are in the schools doing prevention education programming.
Oh, that's big.
And so this funding from Steppin' Up also helps us to be able to do that work, to work with students on the Healthy Relationships Project.
Oh, wonderful.
Where we're working with students basically from second grade up through high school, helping them learn skills to empathy and boundaries and how to get help if you need help, and signs of an abusive relationship. Depending on the age level, our curriculum kind of scaffolds each year. So I think because we tend to hear so much about abuse, we don't tend to think about what are the things that are happening in our community to try to help prevent that.
Right.
To make sure there's support for people who need it, but then also what are we doing to try to help build a safer community for all of us.
And I think you want to think of your community as, oh, that's not in my community, when you have to kind of have a check with reality, and that unfortunately it is part of it. So this is kind of shedding a light on it to help us fund this so that we can continue helping those people that are affected by that.
Absolutely.
So it's Saturday, May 4th. Where?
So it starts and ends at the Claremont Middle School.
Oh, great.
And it is a 5K, so it's just over 3 miles, but we also have an alternate 1 mile route.
Okay.
So if people, and we also have some people who come and they're there for the rally to just cheer people on, and they don't walk. So everyone is invited to come.
Great.
There's not a registration fee, so people can kind of set their own, as an individual, they might do fundraising or they might fundraise as part of a team.
Sure.
At this point, we have about 75 teams signed up to be part of the event.
That's wonderful.
And that represents businesses and schools and healthcare and friends and family.
Wonderful.
Teams are all sizes. It could be a team of 3 people. It could be a team of 50 people. They wear T-shirts or common colors, and it's something else. Over the years, we've had between 600 and 1,000 people turn out for this event.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's such a show of support for survivors to see that the community cares in this way.
Absolutely.
And again, I think we all are looking for that way to feel like we can make a difference in our own community.
Absolutely.
And Steppin' Up is all about that.
I love it. If someone's watching and they're thinking, I really want to donate, but I can't come or can't be a part of it, are there ways that they can participate without actually being at the event?
Absolutely. Yep. So if they go to our website, they'll be directed to First Giving, where they will see the fundraising that's happening online. So absolutely, people can do that way. They can also call our office and get information to send in a donation. And to know that in last year, we worked with over 900 survivors. And so when people are fundraising, that $5, that $10, it makes a difference for people right here in our community.
That's wonderful. And I am crossing my fingers that it's a beautiful day like today, and just a perfect spring day for this. And I think it's such a wonderful event. I encourage people to check it out. Thank you so much for being here and teaching us about it.
Thank you.